Today's topic: how to know when it's time, detox, treatment, or a 12-step program, with our very special guest, Jessica, and that's what we're all about at That Recovery Life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to That Recovery Life. I am Jake, and I'm here with my co-host Maya. And today, we are diving into one of the most important conversations in recovery: how to find the right starting point. Whether that means detox, inpatient treatment, outpatient support, or a 12-step program.
Yeah, this episode is for you if you're wondering, where do I even start? Or maybe someone you love is struggling and you're afraid, confused, or stuck. We see you, we hear you, and you are not alone.
We're not doing this alone either. We've got a special guest with us today, Jessica, who has helped hundreds of people find the exact recovery path that works for them. She's been on the front lines, connecting people with detox, inpatient, outpatient, and 12-step programs.
Jessica, welcome to the podcast. We are so glad you're here.
Thank you both so much. I'm excited to be here. This conversation is close to my heart, and I know how overwhelming the beginning of recovery can be, not just for the person struggling, but for the entire family. So let's get into it.
If you're listening to this and wondering, is it really that bad? Do I really need help? Or how do I talk to my son, my wife, my brother about their addiction without pushing them away? Then stay right here, because by the end of this episode, you're going to walk away with clarity.
We're going to break it down. What detox actually is, when inpatient treatment makes sense, when you can go outpatient, and how to plug into a 12-step community because, let's be real, not everyone needs to start with the most intense level of care, but everyone needs a plan. So Jessica, let's start with your story. How did you end up doing what you do?
Honestly, I didn't plan it. I come from a family impacted by addiction. My dad struggled for decades before he got sober. I watched my mom try everything to help him. And for a long time, nobody knew what to do. We were lost. But when we finally got connected to the right treatment center and the right people, everything changed. So now I help other families find their way through that same darkness. Whether someone needs medical detox, residential treatment, or just someone to talk to about next steps, I help them figure it out. No one has to navigate this alone.
That's powerful. I love that you're meeting people where they are, not where we wish they were.
Exactly. You cannot push someone through a door they're not ready to walk through. But you can open it, stand beside them, and show them what's possible.
So let's talk signs. What are the big red flags that someone might need detox or inpatient treatment?
Great question. First, if someone is physically dependent on a substance, alcohol, benzos, opiates, and they can't stop without getting sick, they need medical detox. That is not something to do at home. It can be dangerous, even fatal. Second, if someone has tried to stop and just cannot, no matter how much they want to and their life is spinning out, they likely need inpatient care. That's where the structure, the 24/7 support, the break from the chaos becomes life-saving.
I remember that feeling. I wanted to stop, but my body was so used to it, I'd shake, throw up, have nightmares. I was terrified to detox, but once I did, everything got clearer. It's like the fog finally lifted.
That's so common. People think they're weak because they can't stop. But it's not about willpower. It's biology. Addiction hijacks the brain. Detox is the first step toward getting your mind back.
So what if someone isn't physically addicted, but they are caught in a cycle? Is outpatient treatment or a 12-step program enough?
Yes, and sometimes that's actually the best route. If someone is high-functioning but struggling, outpatient programs offer therapy, group support, and structure while allowing them to stay at home or work. But, and this is big, accountability matters. If someone is just dipping their toe in, you need to ask, are they really showing up? Are they just checking a box?
That's where 12-step recovery saved me. I was done pretending. I needed people who saw through my excuses and loved me anyway. That's what a sponsor and a home group gave me.
Absolutely. 12-step programs are incredible for long-term recovery, but they work best when someone is stable enough to engage mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Okay, let's talk about what is probably the hardest part. What if it's not you who's struggling, but someone you love? A spouse, a child, a best friend?
This is where people feel the most helpless. But you are not powerless. First, get informed. Talk to someone like me. Learn what kind of treatment is out there so you're not flying blind. Then, prepare for a real conversation. Not a confrontation, a conversation.
What does that sound like?
It sounds like, I love you. I'm worried about you. I see how much you're struggling. I know there's help, and I want to walk with you through this. Not, you have a problem, and you better fix it or else.
That one shift from control to compassion can change everything.
Exactly. And if the person says no, you plant the seed. You keep loving them, you protect your own boundaries, and you stay connected to your own support system.
Can you tell us a story, Jessica? Someone who came through your process and found recovery?
Absolutely. There was a woman, I'll call her Sarah. Mid-40s, high-powered job, drinking every night. Nobody knew. She called me on a Tuesday morning and just said, I can't live like this anymore. We got her into Detox that day. She spent 28 days in inpatient. Then she moved to a sober living house, started outpatient therapy, and joined a 12-step group. Today, she's 3 years sober, mentoring other women, and rebuilding her relationship with her teenage daughter.
Goosebumps. That is what recovery can look like.
It is possible. People just need a path. And someone to say, you don't have to figure this out alone.
What makes recovery stick? What are the success factors?
Willingness, honesty, accountability, community. You do not have to be 100% ready, but you have to be open. People who keep showing up even when they relapse are the ones who make it. Progress over perfection.
And what are the red flags? What should people watch out for in choosing a program?
Watch out for programs that promise quick fixes, that downplay aftercare, or that seem more focused on money than people. A good program will talk about long-term planning, include family, and emphasize connection, not just detox.
Jessica, thank you for your heart and your wisdom. You've given so many people hope today.
Thank you for having me. If anyone out there is ready to talk, even just to explore options, reach out. You are not alone, and there is always a next step.
You heard her. If you're struggling or someone you love is, the time to act is now. It does not have to get worse before it gets better. It just has to get honest.
And remember, recovery is not a one-size-fits-all journey, but there is always a starting point. You just have to take the first step.
If you got something out of this episode, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe, leave a review, and check out the links in the description for recovery resources and ways to connect with Jessica and That Recovery Life. We'll see you next time. Keep coming back.
It works if you work it.